four of us in 2012, the January 1 of 2012, who knows what the economy is going to be like. It could be on the upswing again, and then another 2 years beyond that. So, yeah, right there, that's true. There would be a disparity right there between standing council and re-elected or newly elected council. So it would be nice if we were all on a level playing field when it came to dollars like that. I would certainly volunteer to do that.
Okay, I'll get that out, sir.
Public hearings tomorrow evening?
Yes, 6 o'clock in this room.
Here, okay. Thank you. Council items. Molly?
No, actually, I did have a little article here on the Blue Ribbon Commission, which is an amalgam of parks across Clark County and ways to actually continue to fund parks with a different focus. However, in looking at this, it does look like their survey is available only through tomorrow, so an online survey. So if anybody wants the info, I'd be happy to give it to them. But
there you go.
I know they have had a meeting here in Mosquito before, so we're a part of that collaborative effort. That's it.
Dave?
A couple of thoughts on that salary reduction. One of them is I don't think anybody does this job for the money. You'd be working for less than 50 cents an hour if you did.
It'd be that much?
Secondly, and if you're the mayor, you're working for a lot less than that. Secondly, it's a job not without personal expenses. There's gas, there's telephone, there's a variety of other things. So that money compensates for that. And at the present time, it does so adequately. It doesn't leave you a lot left over at the end of the month, but it does so adequately. The other one, I had the same thought you had. If we're going to do this, let's find a way to do it right away because it affects the budget. And I believe that leaders set the example in this leadership position. I'm fortunate to be at that stage of life where my kids are grown, they're out of college, and therefore my expenses are less than a lot of people on the council. Younger people, and that's everybody else on the council, may not be in that situation. So I understand their sensitivity. So I appreciate the opportunity to do this voluntarily. And I would understand if my colleagues found that they were not in a situation to do this at this time. Thank you.
Michael?
Nothing for me.
Paul?
I just wanted to mention that Clark County Mosquito Control Board met a week ago last Tuesday. And there's been quite a brouhaha going on for several months about the way that we have been collecting money. Ever since the people, basically what happened is there was a vote to create the Mosquito Control Board. That passed. At the same time, there was a levy to support the Mosquito Control Board. That did not pass. We recently discovered that generates a certain amount of legal limbo. In the past, the control board simply, as part of the property tax assessment, the ad valorem, took 9/10 of 1 cent per thousand assessed. At the behest of, I can't remember now whether it was the assessor or the treasurer of Clark County, the Clark County prosecutor looked into the situation and said, gee, that's not consistent with law. Then ensued a months-long argument between their counsel and our counsel, with our counsel eventually agreeing that the only way to do it was a fixed fee per parcel. So if you own, strikes me as odd, but if you own 3 platted 5,000 square foot lots, you pay 3 fees. If you own 1,000 acres of forest, you pay 1 fee. And in addition, the treasurer and assessor are charging a 75-cent per parcel processing fee. There are 155, more or less, parcels in the county. By my calculation, that amounts to almost three full-time equivalents for that 75 cents. When we looked at all of the issues, litigating any of this stuff is so expensive that it makes no sense. We're talking about a total budget of $450,000 a year. And we could easily spend that much on litigation. So the path of least resistance was to go along with what the county said. And so that's what we have done. And that means that we have Mosquito Control Board special assessment per parcel of on the order of $2.50. Off the top of my head, I think it's $2.68, plus the 75-cent fee to the county treasurer. I can tell you that to a person, nobody on the Mosquito Control Board was happy about this. But that's the situation.
Paul, is that assessment per month or per year?
Per year.
Okay, thank you.
There are all sorts of other legal issues which I won't bore you with. I also went to the CREDC meeting, annual meeting, a week ago Wednesday. Frankly, you'd have to be a wonk to care about what went on there, but if anyone's interested in the 2 PowerPoints, I had them forwarded to me, and just send me an email and I can have those sent on to you. A week ago Friday, I went to the luncheon and tour of the Clark County Skills Center, which is, roughly speaking, you take high school kids, juniors and seniors, and in some cases Clark College kids, and put them in the Skills Center where they learn vocational training, everything from automobile mechanics to how to be a travel agent. And it was very interesting. I wasn't even aware that all the things that the Skills Center did. They have over 1,000 students countywide. That's pretty much it, except that I hope that everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you. The processing fee from the treasurer's office, that's the first time I've ever heard of that being used.
There's also a clean water assessment, special assessment that they use that for. Doug Lasher showed up, and we did grill him pretty hard on all of this.
Is there any indication that they would start charging that processing fee, whatever they called it, on property taxes? And
They can't. Ad valorem, they cannot charge a processing